Hey guys, I hope you're all doing good and welcome to a new Siege Academy video, and today we're going to be talking about recoil control. So in Siege, compared to other FPS games, in our game, if you want to call it that, there's no such thing as recoil for most weapons. Like 98.99 weapons do not have any significant recoil where you'd have to learn the pattern of it or anything like that. Compared to games like Valorant, CSGO, PUBG even, there is no recoil with nearly any scope. And I will also kind of show proof. So to anybody who says that, I know, Sledge's L8 has recoil, like it has a bit, like maybe like that much, but that's it. So basically nothing. But with weapons like the SMG11, R4C, and Sophia's AK, M762, I think, there is some recoil, and especially before the patch, where the weapons basically got a bit of a buff to the recoil, so the R4C and the M762. Before it was very challenging to control, especially after the nerfs, but now I think it's actually fairly controllable, and I'm basically going to be telling you how to practice the recoil management with these weapons. Now, what you should be doing, as I basically say in like 90% of my videos, the practice that you're going to be doing most of the time, it's going to be in the hunt and deathmatch. Now, I know that a lot of the time people like really want to warm up and they feel discouraged in deathmatch when they're trying to play the SMG11, because, you know, you're going against like Finkas with LMGs and Sophias with LMGs and the Ash with a G3 and things like that, and it's annoying. But like, the thing is, with the SMG11, you need confidence, because if you, that's basically with every weapon, and especially with something like the SMG11, if you don't have the confidence, you're probably not going to be playing well with it. And that's why I basically try to tell people who are new to the game to basically, you know, like quote unquote grow a pair. Because if you don't have confidence basically in Siege or in any game, you're not going to be doing well. You need to be confident when you're peeking, you need to be confident when you're aiming, and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So how you get that confidence is you play and play and play. Now, you play deathmatch against, you know, LMGs and things like that, and, you know, when you're playing ranked or whatever, you're going to have that confidence where you know that, okay, even though I have a SMG11, I can still kill this Finka, or I can still, you know, win the round, even though it's a 1v4 or whatever. Because if you don't do that, you're probably going to panic as soon as you hear the LMG, you know, start to fire. So basically, as I said before, like, with the SMG11, you just have to have that confidence, and you will be able to probably play very well with it. And when it comes to recoil management and things like that, the only thing you should probably paying attention to the most is just not spraying like a pleb, and, you know, try to have proper crosshair placement. Now, on close ranges though, I suggest that you probably don't pull out the SMG11, but if you're playing something like Smoke and Mute, you should probably have the shotgun. And, you know, just if it's close range, pull out your shotgun instead of the SMG11, because you will insta down the enemy, or if not, even kill him immediately. So now we're gonna be talking about the R4C. So the R4C does have some recoil, but at the moment I think it's very like manageable. Even if you're like fully spraying, you can see like it's not as bad as it used to be. And for anybody wondering when it comes to attachments, because attachments do make a to make a difference when it comes to basically recoil is on practically every weapon I use a flash hider, and on weapons that I think have recoil I'll use a vertical grip, and on weapons that actually don't have any recoil or have a very small amount of recoil, like for example Hibana's primary, I just have the angled grip instead of the vertical one. So I'm just gonna find something like this, for example, and I'm just gonna show you that this is me not controlling the recoil of the R4C. So you can see it goes up and then a bit to the right, and this is me controlling it. Like, it's not a perfect circle or something like that, but you know, I'm not gonna be spraying a whole magazine onto one guy most of the time. But in Siege, most of the time what you need is not like very good recoil control, it's just knowing how to peek and how to like position yourself and how to, you know, have decent cross replacement and some movement, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so for Ace, what I'm going to be doing is basically like showing you that in general the AK-12 does not really have that much recoil. So like, I feel a bit more confident using the vertical grip instead of the angle grip using the AK-12, but like at the same time I don't play that much Ace anymore, so basically that's my recoil control with the weapon. So in general, basically what I'm trying to showcase with me, you know, doing a million T-hunts in this video is basically the game does not have that much recoil, and you should probably stop worrying that much about it. Like, the only weapon in the game that like actually might have a bit of recoil is probably the SMG-11, and that's pretty much it. Well, that, the SMG-12 as well, but I would say that's pretty much it. Because it can be so very efficient and not know how to control the recoil all that well. You just need to, you know, aim for the head. So instead of like trying to worry about recoil way too much, just try to worry about your positioning and like your crosshair placement. So like it's always on head level instead of, you know, aiming like this when the headshot level should be like this. Unless you know that the person is crouching, then, you know. So basically, to sum up the whole video, and for you to finally not have to watch me playing T-Hunt anymore, is in general, every operator here that you see, like, they really don't have that much recoil with Sense. The issue is not only the weapon itself, I would say, but like also, well, not the weapon recoil, sorry, that's what I meant. The issue isn't the weapon recoil, but like the weapon itself with like low damage, and but for every other operator in the game, there really isn't any recoil. Like, there's barely any, so even with this weapon, it's kind of similar to the AK, I would say. But still, I think it's very manageable. Yeah, basically to sum up the whole video right now, I would just say that, again, you know, 90% of weapons in this game, if not even more, do not have any recoil. So stop worrying about recoil control that much and just focus on your positioning, crosshair placement, that kind of stuff. You're going to be doing just fine. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something from this. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you still haven't. I appreciate you guys for all the support you've been showing me on my Siege Academy series, and as always, good luck in your game.